So as of now, we have our agent created and it's just a basic skeleton as of now. There is no topic as such. I mean, it's not doing anything. So now our next task is to actually add a topic. But first of all, let me give a quick recap of what exactly we are building right now. So let me duplicate it here. So what we want is we have this soft drink object, right? And I think I don't have any record as such. So let me create a record. Let's call it cola. Price is $5 and total quantity we have is 100. For this, let's say that there is a soft drink order. Okay. Account is not needed. Cola for quantity 5 and the order number is 100. The status is currently open. Okay, so there is a soft drink order. So whenever a customer calls us and says that what is the status of my order, then we would need the order number from them, and by getting the order number we should be able to tell them the status. So this is the task that we want to solve it. This is something we had already done it, but now we are doing that with the agent script. So the first thing is that we need to go ahead and add a topic which will help this agent to find the status of an order. Now that topic will have action. Again, we have covered this in the detail that the backbone of an agent is topics, instructions, and actions. Now in this case, we need to create a topic to find the order status of soft drink order. For that, we will create a topic, we'll add instruction, and it will execute some actions. So what type of action we should have here? So I think we can create a very simple flow action here. Again, I'm hoping that you have watched those 7 or 8 lectures which I requested, because there we have discussed this in detail, how to create these actions in Flow, how to create these actions in Apex, and what exactly is action and how does it help. So I hope you have seen those. So I would quickly go ahead and create an action. And if you have any confusion, please go and watch those lectures again. So let's create a very simple action of type flow. So let's quickly create a flow. And as we have discussed, if you want your flow to be available as an action for your agents, then it should be of type auto launch flow. We couldn't create a flow. Why? This is fine. Let's just see that. So first thing is, in this flow, what do we want to do? To this flow, we will pass the order number. Basically, the agent is going to pass the order number, let's say 100, and then it should return back the status as open, right? This is what we want to do. So there will be an input variable for this flow, and it should return back the output, which is the status of the order. So let's create a variable order number. And yeah, make sure to give the description, because this description will become the description of this input field when we are going to create an action out of it. The order number given by user, and order number is actually of type number, and it will be available for input. So this is very important. Only if a field is available for input, then only the agent will be able to place value to that field. Okay, so let's click on done, and I got an error, so let me just save it first. Order status flow helps in finding the soft drink order status. So make sure that you're giving a good description. It will help the agent to locate this action and to invoke this action when it thinks that it should invoke action. So let's save it. Yeah. Cool. So I think we should go. Okay, I have an order number, and what do we want to return from here is order status. So let's create a new variable called order status. The status of order of soft drink order, and it will be of type text, and make sure that you are checking the available for output so that this becomes the output of your action. Okay, so what do we want to do it? We want to find a soft drink order with this order number. So we should add a get record element, get soft drink orders. Okay, how do we want to search that soft drink order? Based on the order number given by the agent. So this is the order number that is going to come from agent. We'll find the order, and I just need the first order, and let's just set the value in separate variables. So we want to set this status value. Let's store it in this order status variable. Okay, so when this flow will run, what will happen is, yeah, it's saved now. What will happen is this path will run. It will find the soft drink order based on the order number given by the agent, and it will store the status into this field called order status. And since it is available for output, our agent will be able to see the status. So let me quickly activate this flow. Yep. So now we have a flow, and now since this flow is of type auto launch flow, so we should be able to use it to create a agent action. So I'm here. Let me save it here first. And now maybe let's refresh also, so that it starts seeing this new flow. And now what do we want to do is, let me go to the canvas so that you can see that how we can create topics and actions from the UI instead of writing script code for that. So when you are on the topic here, just click on this plus icon and create a new topic. So we are going to say that order management. Right. Similarly, you can create topic for account management, case management. So all the topic you will create and open. So now you see that we have a topic and the description, which is important because this is the description that agent will look. This topic helps in finding the order status for a soft drink. I mean, not just a status, but if you want to create a soft drink order, all of that, maybe you can write here. It's a generic topic, not just status finder. If you want, you can have a status finder topic. You can have a order creation topic. You can segregate that way also. But for now, I'm just creating one topic. Okay, so with that, let me just save it. I want to show something here. The moment we created a topic here, now you see that this agent script is updated. We have a new order management, and by default, this order management will go and link to the topic selector. So if I show you this now, you see that we have this go to escalation, transition to escalation, and go to order management, which is transition to order management. So as you create more and more topic, all of that will keep on linking to this starting topic. Again, we discussed that this, Okay, so again we discussed that what happens here is that I think it's not saved. Yeah, so what happens here is that as you create a new topic, this topic will be linked here, and you see that it is not actually adding the description, which is actually not correct. I mean, it wrote some code for you. It created this topic block for you. Otherwise, what we had to do is we had to create a topic and name it, and then we'll give a label name, description, and reasoning instruction is currently blank. So as you put values in your UI, this script will keep on updating, and you see that this topic is also linked here. But since the description didn't came, what we should do is, description is very important, because this is what your this topic will use to understand that which action to invoke. This topic helps in finding order status, right? So similarly, let me copy this here. And yeah, most importantly, I didn't talk about it. Since this is a YAML like structure, if you're adding some value for this particular element, then you have to put like a tab space here. So how I did it, let me just cut it. So if I'm adding something within this, so if you have used any other programming language, you know that we start a curly brace to say that I'm writing for this particular block or for this particular method. But in YAML or maybe Python, how we do it, we use the indentation. So you see that this is how it is starting. This is the block system, and all of these are part of this block, right? Now this instruction is part of this because it is inside this. So there is an indentation. So these two are on the same level, but this messages further have child elements. So welcome and error is the child elements of the message. Again, all of this was actually written. We didn't wrote it, but that's how you have to write it. The language works this way. So you have the main you have the main block. If you want to write within that, you won't create a curly braces, but we'll use the indentation. So here there is an indentation. You can use 2 spaces or you can use tab, and then instruction and messages. Now within messages, we want to have some parameter. So welcome and error are child of messages, right? So within messages, we need to create an indentation and it will be there. Similarly, if you see variable, this is the end user ID, and then these two are part of this variable. Right. Similarly, if you see this topic escalation, we have label, description, and reasoning. They all are at the same level, but within reasoning, now we have instructions and actions. So there is a space, and then we are adding this block. So that is why I'm telling that is because now I want to add a description for this particular action, right? So how do I write it? If I write it here, then it's like it's at the same level, but because I'm writing for it, I should go inside it by pressing tab. Again, you can use 2 spaces or just press tab, and now you are inside that. So then you should write description. Okay. Now this description is part of this particular action. Similarly for this also, let's add a description. I mean, it's self-explanatory for agent, but let's say that this topic helps in escalating to human agent. Okay, let me save it. So yeah, let me go back to the canvas mode again. This is what we created, a new topic called order management. And this is our topic, order management. We have added the description. We have not given any instruction, and this topic does not have an action. So what we do is we have to create an action, and that action will be available for a topic. So this I want to explain based on our previous agent builder. So if you remember, for a topic, this food booking topic, this topic will have instructions and it will have actions, correct? And these actions are for this particular topic. Similarly, if I go to other topic, then this is the topic, these are the instruction for it, and these are the actions. So something similar we have to do here as well. So now we have this topic. For this topic, we need to add actions that are available for this topic. So while finding the software order status, it can execute those actions. So for that, within this topic, we need to create actions, and let's click on this. It's very similar to how we were creating actions previously. If you're on a canvas mode, you will feel like you're working with the existing agent builder only. So let's say that, so let's call it order status. And now you see that it's the very same UI. The description is not populated. So we can say that this action helps in finding the order status. And then if you see the reference action type, okay, basically it got updated. So as I'm saying that it's in the beta right now. So like few days back, it was only Apex and Flow. Recently prompt template got added, now API is added. So it's keep on updating every day. As I said, this agent builder we can only use to create service agent, but very soon you will be able to create employee agent also. So all of that option are keep on coming, and that is why you might also see some issues here because it's in beta, because there are a lot of changes that is coming up. You might see some issues, although you would have done everything correct. You might see certain issues. So don't worry. I think all of that will be fixed as this becomes GA. So we need flow, right? So in the flow, we have this order status flow, right? This is the flow that we created. I hope so. Yeah, order status flow. And now you see that the order number given by user, it is available now. Order status, the status of the software order, include in agent context and show in conversation. So now it means that this box is actually important. It says that the value of this output will be available. Agent will be able to see that. Okay, so if you see, when enable, this output parameter is added to the conversation history and made available for reasoning. So now once the output is available, our agent will be able to tell what is the status of that order. Okay, so yeah, this is fine. The action looks good to me, and let's save it. Now you see that for this topic that there is one action got created.